do that to you, man. You put that pressure on you, man. You try to deflect them questions like, man, what's going on, bro?
Good Monday morning. Welcome to Get Up. I'm Brian Custer in for Greeny. Look at what a crew we got. I got Big Perk in studio with me. I got the mad backer himself, Bart Scott, as well. Take a look at who else got up with us as well. We got Seth Greenberg, Bobby Marks, Tim Hasselbeck have gotten up. And guys, we got to start, though, in the NBA. It was fight night in Minnesota. Ant-Man, T-Wolves taking on the Pistons, who are 5th in the East. We pick up the second quarter. Dante DiVincenzo drives. Now, look, he's called for the charge. Isaiah Stewart shoves DiVincenzo. So Isaiah Stewart gets called for the technical. This is where it starts. Yeah, Rudy Gobert. Yeah, he had a little something. The headlock.
Rudy no better.
Next play, Nas Reed drives. Now look, he's fouled by Ron Holland. Reed doesn't like it. DiVincenzo back again involved. Isaiah Stewart comes in, and here we go. Here we go. Marcus Sasser throws a couple of shoves. They go into the front row. A lot of shoving. 5 players ejected, 2 coaches in this thing, Perk.
I mean, hey, look, I actually love it. I actually love it. I'm tired of the jersey swaps, you know what I mean? I actually like the beef. Let's make some hamburgers, damn it. We getting close to the postseason.
What do you think, Bart?
Listen, man, Detroit has been stepped on long enough. Whenever we've won titles, we don't take a back step to nobody. You ain't about that life. We know Rudy ain't about that life. The last Detroit dude he ran up to put him in a headlock. Gave him a nuggy noogie.
Well, Ant-Man said the fight got them energized, and he came out balling here in the third. He pulls up, knocks down this 3. He had 20 points alone in the third quarter, and then they pulled away. Julius Randle scoring there. Edwards at 25 points, Randle 26. Let's take a listen after the game.
It was bound to happen. It just felt like it was coming. And, you know, you just been in enough basketball games to kind of feel this coming. It's unfortunate. You know, they hit you, they hold you, all the stuff that, you know, you want your physical teams to do. But I just thought, you know, it had got to a point where, you know, players were going to take matters into their own hands. And you don't ever want that.
You know, you regret, obviously, where all of it took place. That's not something you ever want to see happen. But, again, I thought our guys stood their ground and defended each other and had each other's back, and those are non-negotiables in our locker room, and I thought our guys did that tonight.
Coach Bickerstaff was one of the guys who got ejected here. You said you liked this, and this has been coming on for Detroit. Coach Bickerstaff said, hey, my team is going to play physical, and they've kind of tried to take on this bad boy image as of late. But your reaction to what you saw last night?
I mean, look, I don't mind it. I mean, I think it was a clean, hard foul, you know, guys getting into each other's face. But here's the thing, BC. This is who the Detroit Pistons, this is who they are. This is about, what, the 5th, 6th time this season that we didn't see that they didn't have some type of altercation. And the great thing about it is that they're instigators, not retaliators. This is their culture. And I appreciate Bickerstaff after the game is basically saying, yeah, this is who we are. And by the way, they're the most surprising team this NBA season. Nobody thought they was dead bird, tall grass last year. All of a sudden, you're watching this team not only win games, but we're watching this team also develop a culture for the long haul with a rising young superstar leading the charge in Cade Cunningham, who, by the way, didn't play last night. But, again, I love the direction this Detroit Pistons team is going in.
Bobby, what is your take from it? Because I think you want guys to care. And obviously you see that, but you certainly don't want something like this spilling out into the crowd.
Well, certainly not into the crowd, and I think the league is certainly going to take a hard look at this, certainly when Isaiah Stewart is involved again, right? He is the Pistons instigator. He is the guy that kind of gets them going. He's the player that gives them an edge all season. And I think for Detroit, I think the one word that J.B. Bickerstaff uses, non-negotiable, right? If their guys get pushed around, they're going to push back again. But now it's a matter of we're late in the season here. Detroit's jockeying for position. So is Minnesota. This is going to cost both teams here. I think it's going to cost both teams significantly.
Let's take a look at another game that happened last night. Phoenix and the Suns hosting the Rockets. KD Rockets, and let's pick this one up in a second. Durant driving, fouled there by Dylan Brooks. They exchanged some words, assessed technicals. Brooks had even more to say. He gets ejected, and it was the Suns leading at the half. But let's get to the third here, Perk. Durant drives, goes down, turned that ankle bad. Couldn't hardly put weight on it. Had to be helped to the locker room. Would not return.
And I hated BC. Individually, Kevin Durant has been balling. Individually. Not the Suns, but KD.
Well, here we go. Rockets up by 35 at this one point. And they, look, Green had 33. Rockets win 148 to 109. You take a look at here. Houston maintains a 2-game lead over the Nuggets for that 2 seed. Timberwolves, they're trying to claw their way into one of those top 6 seeds. They're outside the playoffs. You want to talk about that is the Suns. They are 1.5 games behind the Kings for the last play-in spot. I guess the question here, Big Perk, you look at KD, they already said he's not going to travel on their 3-game road trip at all. We only got like 6 games left. Should they just, is he done for the rest of the season?
Yeah, this season is a wash. They might as well shut Kevin Durant down. Outside of, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Suns are the biggest disappointment, second biggest disappointment in the NBA, and there's no reason to bring KD back. You could just tell, man, the energy is off, the spirit is off. They're so inconsistent, and this is the prime example of a team that plays individual basketball, right? This is not a team, and I've been screaming and harping, about this far as no leadership, right? This team hasn't had a leader since Chris Paul. We thought Devin Booker was going to be able to take that leap from coming back from the Olympics. He talked about he wanted to be a better leader. We didn't see it out of him. Obviously, KD don't want to embrace the role of being a leader. So, if I'm the Phoenix Suns, yes, I sit Kevin Durant down for the remainder of the season, especially the way that the Dallas Mavericks have been playing of late since Anthony Davis has come back. I don't think they even have a shot to get in the play-in.
Wow. Bobby, are they done, you think?
At 11 o'clock last night on March 30th, the Phoenix Suns season officially ended. And it didn't end with the Kevin Durant sprained ankle. It ended when they basically laid down to a Houston team last night and basically had no fight. And I'll say this, Perk said they're the second biggest disappointment. They're the biggest disappointment this season. They're at least were healthy this year. Philadelphia wasn't here. And they have nothing to show for the Kevin Durant trade except for 2 playoff wins. That's it. And they're going to be sitting home in about 2 weeks from now.
Interesting. We're going to talk a whole lot more about the NBA here in the show. But we got to transition to the college game. Oh, some great games when you talk about the Elite Eight. And let's start with Michigan State and Auburn. Janai Broome had 17 points, 11